Hey guys, it's Danny, and today okay, I'm currently sick. Good times. We're gonna try and get through this as best as we can. 3 days into a new school, like Thursday and Friday of last week, and Monday of this week, and then today. But 3 days in, and I already managed to get sick. Typical me. The other day, I could hardly talk, and now it's just kind of like this rasp that comes and goes, and this cough that just sucks like crap. And so to remedy this, I am currently drinking a creamy chocolate chill from Tim Hortons because Canada. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Hopefully my voice is projecting loud enough. Today I am going to be doing my September wrap up, and I'm also going to be doing my September book haul in here because I only got 3 books. So like 2 of them I actually read this month, so I guess I can just show you them then and just say this is another book that I got in September, and then just show you the 1 book that I didn't read that I got this month. I thought I did pretty crappy last month, and then I went and looked at my Goodreads and it said I read 5 books. One of those was a graphic novel, mind you, and surprisingly one of them was an audiobook, and that was the last book I read in September. I think I've kind of got an addiction to audiobooks thanks to Overdrive, and I think because I've now realized that I like audiobooks, I'm going to start listening to more of them now that I'm in school. It's going to be easier than holding the physical books. Maybe I could try and listen to them while I'm doing homework and stuff. Before I get into it though, I figured I should tell you guys that I have worked out a filming schedule that I'm going to try and stick to. From now on, I'm going to be filming on Wednesday nights, which is tonight, and then Thursday I'm going to be editing the video and editing a thumbnail, and then I'm going to be uploading on Friday. So I'll at least get 1 video in a week. That is going to stick. I'm going to stick to that. The thing that I've planned on doing for weekends though is if I'm free on the weekend, I will film on a Saturday, and I'll pre-plan what videos I'm going to film. So the Saturdays might end up being tag videos, but I will pre-plan all of the videos that I'm going to be filming so that I know what I'm going to be filming. This coming Saturday I am making sure that I am free because I need to film my Ice Like Fire review. If you can't see it, it's up here with Snow Like Ashes. This croak, I swear, was not here this morning, but apparently talking all day just made it worse. I'm going to be filming that review because it comes out next week for you guys, and I'm so excited, and I want to get my thoughts out there so that you guys can have an idea of what I thought of that book before it comes out, and then like it's like a follow-up to my Snow Like Ashes review, and I can't even wait for the 3rd book to come out, and you know, gotta wait a whole year for that because the 2nd book's not even out yet. If I'm free on weekends, I will be filming on Saturdays and editing and uploading on Sundays, unless I do the editing on Saturdays. It's kind of up in the air for weekends. That would mean I would have at least 4 videos up a month, and maybe it'll help me get out of my filming slump. Yay! So yes, we're going to get on with this wrap up so that I don't lose my voice halfway through this filming process. So the first book that I finished in September, I think rolled over from August, and then I finished it like a few days into September. I really, really, really liked it, and now I want to get the next 2, and that is Beautiful Redemption by Jamie Maguire, which is the 2nd book in the Maddox Brothers series, which is the companion series to the companion novel series of Beautiful Disaster, which is a mouthful and hard to explain and probably very confusing. This one is about Thomas, which is the brother of Travis, which is the main character of the other series I mentioned, and he is the oldest brother, and he's an FBI agent, and he meets a girl in his FBI branch. Love and sexy times, and I don't know, all of these books, a lot of people don't like them, but for some reason I do. A lot. My heart, I'm pretty sure I gave it 4.5. 5 stars. I'll put the star rating on the screen because being sick, I guess I just forget what I rated these things. And I'm not about to go check Goodreads. But yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail about them either because this is actually like the follow-up in a series, and I don't want to give away what happens in the other books. So I'm not spoiling you. After that glorious book I went into a book that was okay. And I think it put me in a reading slump because it took me almost 2 weeks to read it. And that's The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. Everybody I know loves her and loves The Sky is Everywhere and loves I'll Give You the Sun. I just found this was okay. I liked the notes. I totally pictured the main character Joe, like the main guy character Joe, as Harry Styles. Pictured it as French instead of British Harry Styles. But I just felt like the story didn't really, like, I don't know. There was just something about it that made it drag on forever, and I was like, felt like it was taking forever for me to read, and so I think I only gave it like 3 stars. I liked the poem, like the verse stuff, which is very rare for me to like. But overall, it was just an okay book, and I want to pick up I'll Give You the Sun just to give it a chance, because I heard that everybody else likes that one more than this. But I'm sorry to all the people who love this, but I didn't.
Sippy, sippy.
Hit the thumbs up button if you know where that's from. After I finally finished that book.
That book, I don't remember the name, okay.
The Sky is Everywhere. After I finished that, I went on to Echoes by Laura Tisdale. This book was sent to me from the author. She contacted me and asked me if I wanted a copy, and I thought it sounded awesome, and I was really excited to get it because it is about hackers and the online world of computers. It too took me a while to read, but I think it was just because I was slumping after The Sky is Everywhere. But it was really good, and I really liked it, and I'm going to be giving it a review. I think I gave it 3.5 or 4 stars. It was like a solid good book, but it wasn't like a 5-star book for me. Okay, it totally tripped me out and freaked me out and made me kind of question everything on the internet because it sounded all so familiar, and then like I was tripping. I was like, oh my god, is this real? Am I gonna like get hacked? I was freaking out. So I will be filming a review for this probably next Saturday. So remember that graphic novel I was talking about? Well, okay, there's a story behind it because unbeknownst to me...
Is that even a word? I think it is. I feel like it's a word. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know if I'm using it right, but...
Unknown to me, Saga Volume 5, okay? It came out a month early. I was so set to go out next week and buy Saga Volume 5. I was ready. I was gearing up for it. October, man, Saga Volume 5, it's coming out. And then I go on Twitter, and I was literally thinking about it when I went on Twitter and saw somebody post a 5-star review and said, so glad it came out early. I did not know what to do with myself, so it just so happened that we were going out to the mall, and I went to the mall, and I looked in HMV, because apparently they sell graphic novels. Who knew that? But I went to their graphic novel section, and they had a copy, and I didn't get it that day. My mom went and got it the next day for me, and I came home from school, and it was there on the couch waiting for me, and I kind of died, okay? I read it in the next day. I'm surprised I didn't finish it the day before, but I wanted to finish Echoes first. But I now have a copy. It was good. It was good, okay? Saga has this really big hype, right? And I am part of that hype because I seriously love Saga. It's what got me into graphic novels. I had never read a graphic novel before the first volume of Saga. But this one just kind of tied up all the loose ends from the 4th volume where we were like left on a huge cliffhanger. And I think this one left on a, this one left on a cliffhanger too. Not gonna lie, most graphic novels do. But I think because they land on such like difficult cliffhangers to land on, I'm gonna start buying the single volume issues so that I can keep up with this. Cause like, I don't think I can wait another 6 months for the rest. I don't think my heart could handle waiting another half of a year for 5 issues to come out, then be put into a trade paperback version. Yes, overall, I really liked it. I think I only gave this 4 stars because it wasn't like the oh my god moment that I was expecting, but it was a nice wrap up to everything that happened in the last book, and some of it was a little bit confusing, but the cliffhanger, you're good, Brian K. Vaughan. You're good. You're really good, and I hate it, but I love it. Thank you. And the last book I do not have a physical copy of, nor do I have a copy of it on my phone anymore because I returned it to the library. And that is my very first audiobook that I ever read, which is, okay, it is so perfect. Drum roll please. My Sister Lives on the Mantelpiece by Annabelle Pitcher. First off, perfect title. A spot on title because it caught me right away, and I had heard about it before, but like didn't know what it was about. I just had heard the title and was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Second off, not what I expected, but it was so good. Third of all, it is narrated by the 10th freaking Doctor of Doctor Who, Mr. Glorious, perfect hair, beautiful face, David Tennant, okay? I nearly died when I read it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this audiobook. Let's just go listen to the 5-minute preview, and then all of a sudden, it says narrated by David Tennant. I'm like, you've gotta be shitting me. Not even 2 seconds later, the weird psychedelic audiobook music that plays before chapters comes on. And then his glorious voice just comes on and gives me goosebumps, and he's reading, and I'm like, I need this. It was literally that kind of moment, okay? The book is about a 9-year-old boy who happens to make an unlikely friend in a Muslim girl, and his sister was actually killed by the Muslim bombing that happened a while ago in London. So it's basically racism and terrorism and making friends with other races from a 9-year-old, 10-year-old perspective. And it was glorious, it was perfect, and it was narrated by David Tennant, so I loved it even more. And it was like the perfect voice in my head for this kid was him. And I didn't know I needed that until I read it that way. And I definitely gave it 5 stars. I definitely recommend it. I got it through my library on Overdrive. Oh, I'm going to quickly mention the 3 books that I got, 2 of which you have already seen, so I'm not really going to go into explanations for them. The first one, obviously, is Saga, Volume 5, but I didn't get this first. It's just the first one I happened to hold up. The first one that I actually got this month was Echoes by Laura Tisdale, and I didn't film an unboxing for this because I filmed way too many unboxings last month for that, and I was too lazy to film one and edit one. And the last one, which I also didn't film an unboxing for, even though it was sent to me in the mail by Book Depository, so it wasn't really sent to me, I bought it for myself, was The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Now, I was reading this in my Stitchin' Bitch, which if you haven't watched that, it kind of does a whole life update of the past month and why I haven't really been filming, and I'll link that right here because I can, and shameless promos in other videos, you know. I was supposed to read this month, or last month, to finish my TBR jar goal of reading a classic. That didn't happen at all, and I don't think it's gonna happen this month either. I also did not finish the Read a Series finale because I didn't start nor finish a series last month. Clearly. So I don't know what I'm going to do with my TBR jar. I think I'm just going to let them keep rolling over into the next month, and hopefully that will encourage me to either A, get out of the reading slump and actually get them done, or B, just feel really, really sad about myself not getting them done. And you know what, while we're at it, I suppose I could do a currently reading video. I'm not currently reading this book, so it's kind of like a library haul thing. I only got one library book from my school library, and I did not know that The Outsiders had a sequel, but apparently this is a sequel to The Outsiders of some sort. I'm not 100% sure how it relates, but it's That Was Then, This Is Now by S.E. Hinton. I think my cousin Noah has to read The Outsiders for class this year, so he might borrow my copy. And I kind of wanted to give it a reread at some point, but I'm guessing if I'm going to finish any book this month as a classic, it's going to be this one. Let's take a minute to appreciate the book that I'm currently reading, which I did not know was a thing until yesterday when it apparently released. And it's kind of glorious, and it brings me back to my childhood. It actually made me cry yesterday because I didn't expect to get it. And I'll show it again in my actual October book haul, but I need to take a minute to thank my stepsister April for surprising me last night when I posted about this on Facebook, and then 5 minutes later she said, "What's your address? I got you the book." And I'm like, What just happened? Oh my god. And then like 5 seconds later she was at my door and she was handing me the book, and I'm like,
This is real? And she's like, yeah, it's your back to school present book. My heart.
I died, guys. I have the 10th anniversary edition of Twilight now in hardcover, but that's not what I'm reading. That's not the glorious part about this book, okay? Twilight was like my Harry Potter. I did not read Harry Potter as a child. I read Twilight when I was like 8, okay? And it's been 10 years and I'm 18 now, so that makes sense. This was my childhood, okay? I have all of them up there, including The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, but I didn't have Twilight in hardcover, and I don't have New Moon in hardcover either. But if you can see this little dooflicky in the corner here, it says New, Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined. And guys, you flip this book over and it's a whole nother book. It is Twilight again, but like it's even more like mind-blowing because it is gender swapped, okay? Bella is now Beau and Edward is now Edith, and like everybody except for Charlie and Renee are gender swapped. Like probably even the teachers are gender swapped. And it's like the whole first book of Twilight, and I don't know if she's gonna do this for the whole series, but it's like a whole new Twilight book, and it's like my childhood relived. And I'm currently 6 pages in. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of died reading the preface, and it was like Bella but not, and it was like fangirl moment, okay? But like, comment down below if this was your childhood. Comment down below if this was your childhood too, because I can't be alone out there. I can't be the only one that still loves to love Twilight, even though so many people hate it, okay? Please tell me it's not just me, because I need to know what other people are thinking about this.
I'm still dying. It's still not real. And I've showed like tens of thousands of people already. Like, have you seen the new Twilight book? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Still no words.
This video is kind of a mess. 5 books read in September with 3 books bought and then a 2-book haul that has nothing to do with this. And maybe it's my frazzled cold-induced mind or something, but I don't know. I'm still kind of dying that that book is a thing. So yes, I hope you guys are okay with this new filming schedule. I'm actually gonna leave a link, or not leave a link, but like leave a little paragraph down below detailing my planned filming schedule, and hopefully by Saturday I will be feeling well enough to actually film my Ice Lake Fire review, because I want to get that done and up for you guys. So that is it for this video, you guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye!
Oh my god, it's real. It's real. It's real. I can't even. I can't. Guys, I can't. I can't even see yourself. I can't. Guys, I can't. I physically can't. I'm like dead. I'm dying. I'm dead. I'm gone. I'm a vampire.
Thank you for watching my video. Hope that you really enjoyed the show. Hit the subscribe button down below and go and read some books.